I hope that helps. Let's have a look. What else have we got on? Question 4. Love your piece on Mustafiza. Thank you, sir. Have you ever thought on classes of fans, super fan versus moderate fan in cricket? T20 cricket can grow to be like MMA, very niche but loyal fan base, or like NFL, large fan base but very enthusiastic. Your thoughts? I actually wrote about this quite a long time ago, and the way I noticed it first was actually through India-Pakistan. India-Pakistan played a game. I did a huge amount of research. I put up a Reddit post, put up a bunch of tweets, contacted all my friends, and I wanted their kind of memories of India-Pakistan because it's a different kind of thing, and that it's not a normal cricket game in any sense of the word. And I really wanted to get to if people had like an autographical memory of these games, and they do in a way that doesn't happen on a normal sort of cricket way or a normal sports way as much. And the one thing I really learned is that that India-Pakistan game certainly brings out a lot of people who don't follow cricket. So so in that piece, I've written about it before or since as well, maybe done a podcast on it. You kind of have, I'm going to put Cricinfo fans at the very top. And I don't necessarily just mean Cricinfo fans, but we're talking about people who really care about the stats of the game. They really care about cricket more so than just their particular team. They can tell you who the captain of Bangladesh is, even if they're not from Bangladesh and they're not particularly interested in it. They can remember a Curtly Ambrose spell from, so many years ago. And that's kind of that top level of fan. And that's the sort of people you see in the cricket Twitterati. You see them on cricket Reddit. You see them hanging around Robelinda footage on YouTube here. Probably, a good amount of you are in the comments here. I think as a general rule, my fans tend to come from that group of people. And then you've got the hardcore fans, but who only care about their country, right? So they always say before 1983, Indian people loved cricket. And after 1983, Indian people loved Indian cricket. That's obviously a bit of a exaggeration, but you have, I think a similar thing could be said of Australia probably early on in cricket's development. And I think we've seen that sort of thing again, play through with other countries as they've come through. So that's the next level. And then you have the casual sport fan group. Those are the people, like I put my dad in this, not specifically with cricket, but my dad will sort of watch whatever live sport is on. He's got opinions on women's golf, but doesn't really know that much about women's golf. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching. He watches his team play Aussie rules, but he watches the other teams. But again, he doesn't watch them enough to really know. He'll watch a West Indies test match if it's in a good time zone in Australia for him to watch. But he probably doesn't know. He wouldn't be able to give you the 11 or a rough 11 of the West Indian team, right? But there will be players. Those sorts of people is actually where the money is. Their money is not with the hardcore fans or even the hardcore team fans. The real money is with the casual sports fans. And that's what all sport in the world is geared towards. And those three kinds of fans exist. And the only other ones I would say in cricket is we have a cultural fan, which is where I'm going for more with that India-Pakistan. But you also see it a lot in the UK. There'll be a cricket event in the UK and everyone will turn up in their Range Rovers with their packed lunch and everyone's got the knitted cricket sweaters. And they almost live in this area of cricket without ever actually being huge followers of cricket itself. So those are the sort of four main kinds of fans that I've come across, I think, in my time. I think that's all right.